So the treatment I'm going to do for Mimi is I'm going to do the fractional that helps build up the collagen and help reduce any scars or wrinkles. And then afterwards, we're going to do a photofacial. So it's called 3&Me, this treatment. So we are targeting sunspots, redness, and stimulating the collagen so she can get a lift, all in one treatment. With Mimi, we see some redness that we want to reduce today, and we do see some sunspots. And I'm going to do some fractional here just to lift up a little bit, and we can do it all in one setting. In the past, we used to separate it, but this is a new treatment that we can do with Icon. So we can stack it up, use 2 different lasers all at once. This just stays on for a couple of minutes. Now what's great about this laser is that I can put all of the settings I'm using today right into the laser. How cool is that? So what we can do is that we can put Mimi's name right in here, and everything that she has ever done shows up in all her settings. So it's like a computer right in the laser, so that we don't miss anything. Or if Mimi says, you know, I was fine the last time, I'd like to use like a little bit of a higher setting, I don't have to run and look at her chart. I can just press right onto the laser and everything, all the information comes up. This laser also has a melanin reader, so I can read Mimi's skin and it will tell me exactly what her melanin is to keep her even more safe from the laser. I'm just going to cover Mimi's eyes because we want to keep her eyes safe. So Mimi, you're just going to cover your eyes here. How's that for you? Perfect. So we want to remove the freezing, and we want to make sure that all the water is off the skin when we're doing this. Now this laser, the Chromophore, is water. And what it does is that it creates heat columns in the skin, and they've separated the heat columns. So this is non-ablative. Your skin stays intact, and all the work is done underneath, and it fills in the wrinkle or the scar. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little setting for Mimi. Now there's lots of people that do fillers nowadays, and if you do have fillers in your skin, you can go ahead and do lasers. There's no concern. It's not going to remove your filler, and it's not going to make it go away faster. Okay, so just giving you heads up on that. So we're going to go ahead and do a treatment on this area. So we go over an area that we are doing 4 times. You okay, Mimi?
Mm-hmm.
And why we do this is because the laser beams are separated, so we want to hit the area multiple of times for that reason. And so when we're doing this, after a few, usually it takes like say about a half an hour, it will start to swell up like almost like a bee sting. So you'll see a little bit of erythema, redness on the skin, and then it will swell up, and it's going to start to heat up a little bit, and that heat is actually what stimulates collagen elasticity. So most clinics will get you to ice right away. I actually prefer people icing 2 hours later and letting that heat create the collagen and elasticity. So that's the start of the fractional. And fractional is great for wrinkles, wrinkles, scars that are indented, and scars that are a little bit like have a little bit of scar in them, like scar tissue in them, and it will break down that scar tissue. So it's great for that. Surgical scars, you know, fine lines under the eyes, it works great for that. And also for people that don't want to do Botox, like there's a lot of actors and actresses that don't want to do Botox, it will help reduce some of that wrinkle so that they can still, you know, have expression, but it helps stimulate a little bit of the collagen elasticity so that they don't have to do the Botox, so that they could still have that expression in their skin, but reducing the wrinkles at the same time. Another thing that the laser does is stretch marks. And for stretch marks, this is the only thing that's FDA approved for stria, which is what we call stretch marks, is the Palomar laser. And why it got FDA approved is a lot of stretch marks go white, and it will actually bring back the coloring, which is very special about this type of fractional, because the delivery system is like a bingo dabber. You're going up and down, where some fractionated technologies that you're dragging it across the skin, which makes it more painful, but also it won't stimulate as much melanin. So yeah, that's why it's great for stretch marks as well. Aftercare, you don't want to bring too much heat to the skin, because this laser brings a lot of heat. So you don't want to go sit down under a heat lamp or saunas or jacuzzi, and you kind of want to avoid that for a good 7 days. And you just have to have at home some aloe vera, polysporin, and ice for the aftercare. And I'm going to just, so another thing that you can do with the fractional is, we do a full face fractional, which is 4 treatments. But say there's a lot of people that are younger generation, they want to do something for their skin, but they don't have a lot of wrinkles, but they want to do preventative. And what I offer at this clinic is we do 2 passes instead of 4 passes. So it's kind of like a mini lift. So we do offer that. So you can do your full face at any age. It doesn't hurt to stimulate your skin, but there's some people that might not need all the 4 passes for that. So this does lift a little bit of the sunspots, but there is another laser for that works amazingly for that part. And so with Mimi, we're just going to stimulate. We wanted to stimulate a little bit here, and then if we want to just get an all-around stimulation of the skin, I would go with this laser and go all over her skin twice, because she doesn't have a whole lot of wrinkles, because she's taking care of her skin really well. So we would do 2 passes all over, and then what I'm going to do is the photofacial on top, so those sunspots come right up to the surface. Now, another thing about fractional is, if you have tons of congestion, like you have lots of blackheads, you have lots of scars on your skin, and you want to have a deep clean, fractional, because it creates so much heat, it will help reduce they help reduce any congestions that you have in your pores. This is the best deep facial you'll ever get, because all that heat will bring up all the blackheads and whiteheads from the pores. So that part's great as well. So some people say, I'm full of acne, I don't think I can do this treatment. It's actually the best thing for you. Okay, just gonna do one more, and then we're done on this side.